We were let down. 300 plus days since the direct. We're approaching a year in September, and we thought that July 20th was going to be our saving grace, and it wasn't. But when the king speaks, we all listen. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. I woke up this morning to a beautiful summoning from the king. And no, I'm not talking about LeBron James, even though the NBA is about to restart and their bubble antics are kind of interesting. I'm talking about the king, who has correctly predicted many directs, who correctly called Mario Maker 2 before it was announced, Link's Awakening before it was announced, Breath of the Wild 2 being unveiled at E3, and so much more. This dude knows his stuff. He's mysterious, he's hidden, we don't really know who he is, but he has a near perfect track record, and King Zell is saying that there is going to be a direct in August, plus that's not all, there's more coming first. So make sure to smash that like button if you need this direct. The partner showcase, Shin Megami Tensei looks cool. Some people like WWE. Rogue Company is actually better than I thought it would be, but it wasn't our direct. It wasn't our direct. Let me know in the comments down below the game you need to see. We're going to talk about what games I think are going to be there, but let's get into the nitty-gritty details right now. So King Zell is a very popular, very reliable leaker, rumor type person. And he posted over on Reset Era that, hey, hold tight till August. If you remember, we got really excited for July 20th. Now, I will say that everybody, including King Zell, was correct about the July 20th date. They just weren't correct about what was going to happen on July 20th. The thought was this was going to be the Mario 35th reveal. The thought was this was going to be Pikmin. The thought was this might be Metroid 2D. And instead, it was a couple of third-party games. It seems like Nintendo had existing obligations, like they signed contracts saying, we promise we'll promote your game by this date. And then they just had to poop it out because E3 didn't happen and their general direct got delayed, which is what everyone went to and said, oops, we were right about the date, the general is delayed. So King Zell is saying August is a direct. And pause, I strive to give you guys the latest up-to-the-moment information as humanly possible. And so right when I was about to make this video live, I saw that King Zell tried to clarify some of his cryptic words and kind of criticized Nintendo's soup for misinterpreting, and I guess a lot of the internet, for misinterpreting that he was guaranteeing a big direct in August. Now, it's difficult because these leakers are cryptic. They're not always direct. Get it? They're not always, okay. They're not always direct about their words when it comes to leaks and rumors. So it seems like maybe the big show is further down a little bit than we'd like it to be, but these stopgap presentations and other directs that we're about to talk about are what's actually happening in August. Watch the rest of the video. I just wanted to make sure that I gave you guys like the up to the moment breaking news. And he says there's one more stop before that big event. Now, what could that stop be? Well, they did say there'd be more partner showcases, so if you like those, you might be getting another one, but it also could be a few different things. It could be an indie world. It could be a Nintendo Direct Mini. It could be a game-specific showcase, and I think it might actually be more likely that, because look how hard it's been for Nintendo to put presentations together. If we believe that King Zell is correct, and you got to take it with some grains of salt, but King Zell's grain of salt, it is a royal grain. Okay, this one is shiny, it's sparkly. You bite it, you're like, oh, I think I crunched a ruby. So I take it with a little bit of grain of salt, but he has been, like I said, unbelievably reliable. And you might be saying, like, why does he have a different name on Reset Era? This is what he goes by on Reset Era. That's how I post, but it is King Zell. Promise you. Everybody knows it. And so I think that there's no way that Nintendo has the space or the time or the manpower, the woman power, the plumber power to push through the pipeline a big direct in August and a mini and a partner showcase and an indie world. That just sounds so odd, but a game specific could indeed happen. Now, we know that there are some big games coming in the form of the Mario 35th Anniversary Collection, which is expected to be a triple jam of 3D Mario goodness, revitalized for the current era. Could that get its own little show to announce it, and then everything else is at the general? Or are those put together and maybe we get a different game? Could we get a small direct for, say, Bravely Default 2? I don't know. I guess there is the option of a partner showcase because that doesn't really require much from Nintendo, but maybe it focuses on better games. No More Heroes 3, Bayonetta 3, I don't know. But apparently we're getting two things. There's a stop before the general, and then there's the general. Now, the big direct is the big news. What the heck could it be? At this point, I don't even know what Nintendo is doing. I've seen all sorts of things. Mario 35th is their big holiday game. I've seen that Mario 35th is actually much sooner, aka 1 month sooner, and we're going to have to dig into that because I have been doing some investigating, and it might be that the Mario 35th anniversary is like right around the corner and we just don't know it. Nintendo is behaving all sorts of weird this year. Marketing means nothing anymore. Marketing is like, hey, Paper Mario's out in 2 months, enjoy it, and then it's a darn good game. Whatever you say, it doesn't have RPG battles. You want that, go play Bug Fables. I think Paper Mario Galaxy King is really fun. I think they did a nice job with that game. It's not what we want it to be, but for what it is stellar. So maybe Mario 35th doesn't need the General Direct, which in one way makes me so much more excited. Yes, having a big fanfare moment with Mario as part of a big Direct is a nice set piece to say, wow, Directs mean something. Because you know how I feel. They've diluted the name of Directs. And what better way to get that Direct on track than Mr. Mario himself? But we're looking at Pikmin 3 Deluxe, we're looking at Mario 3D World Deluxe, we're looking at Mario 35th. 2D Metroid was also heavily touted by multiple sources for the July 20th Direct that apparently got delayed or split in half. That's something I've seen as well. That the partner showcase is a piece of the Direct puzzle, and it's like we have to go out and find the 7 stars and reunite them, and then we get to enter the castle. Which feels like a lot of work and a lot of hype. And, you know, we've got burned. I have my burn blockers on. This is like, hey, I don't want the Direct to stun my eyes. Have you guys been reading that sunscreen is terrible for you? Well, that's why I'm wearing the glasses. But King Zell makes me say, you know what? I can probably just have them up on my forehead. I do trust this guy. And if SwitchForce, you know, if you look back at our history, when we've reported on King Zell rumors / leaks, they have come true. In fact, lately we've also been very accurate. When we reported on the Kelios FR leak rumor about the July 20th Direct, I was very certain that was going to happen, and it did. Now, we didn't get the show that we wanted, but we did get a Direct, and so when people say that there is something coming in August, I think it makes sense. Nintendo needs to announce games. I think they have another holiday title. If the Mario stuff I've been reading that is closer than anticipated does come true, what is their big moment? And would this August Direct be the, hey, Nintendo is back, baby. PS5 is supposed to have a state of play in August, reveal even more games, and push that console as the premier place to play video games. Xbox had their showcase, and they're all in on Games Pass, which is a very wonderful value and a consumer-friendly move. Nintendo has been Mario 35th does move the needle. But if Mario 35th is done via a Twitter announcement, if Mario 35th is done via its own little Direct, I don't think that's going to happen. I think if it's a game-specific Direct, it's something smaller, tangential. I think that's the stop we get, or a partner showcase if Nintendo really wants to piss people off with another 8-minute show. But if we know that there's something coming beyond the partner showcase, maybe the next partner showcase isn't as big of a pill to swallow. That was like a 3-foot long, like you couldn't even get it down. I need some water, man. July 20th was a weird day. It was a hard day, but if this August thing comes true, then it all makes sense. And they were so heavily talking about Mario 35th and Metroid 2D. I feel like those both will be there. I think you're looking at a big Direct that gives you Mario 35th, unless it's already announced, that gives you probably Pikmin 3 Deluxe or Mario 3D World Deluxe. I don't know if the year has space for both of them anymore, now that it doesn't seem like there's an August game. But if this presentation is early in August, here's another theory. The Animal Crossing free update is coming, update 2 in August. Could that also tie in to build the Direct bigger? And if that's the case, maybe the Direct is the first half of the month, because I don't believe that Nintendo is saving the August summer update for the end of the month in terms of Animal Crossing. They have done Animal Crossing stuff just straight via Twitter. They're so unpredictable at this point. Like, this Direct could be the greatest Direct ever. It could unveil Mario Kart 9, which I'm still really fingers crossed for. Or it could be like, you know what, we've got Wii U ports and N64 ports, and Mass Effect. That could be their Direct. So I think it's very hard at this point to predict the Direct outside of we know Mario 35th is coming, and it really seems like 2D Metroid is around the corner. But King Zell says it, and so I am inclined to believe this is the case, which is great news. It would make next month so awesome because there's nothing. I was looking at the release calendar and I was like, what do we cover for the Switch? It's a short list. In fact, most of the games don't even have dates. I know that eventually Bravely Default 2 will come. I know that eventually No More Heroes 3 will come. Eventually Breath of the Wild 2 will come, but nothing has a marker. Now, we've also heard about a Breath of the Wild 2 trailer being ready. And that might be if there isn't a big holiday game, if there is no Mario Kart 9 to speak of, if there is no, I don't know, surprise, pie in the sky, F-Zero, Kid Icarus, then a Breath of the Wild 2 trailer to tease a 2021 launch might be the way that you tie the bow on this August presentation that King Zell is thinking of. And I do want to note before I get out of here, so it's on the record, that there is a chance that King Zell is totally correct about the dates and completely incorrect about the presentation type. That has become something we have to watch out for. These leakers, I think they have reliable information, but what Nintendo does is so impacted now by the pandemic and the changing state of the global economy and the world itself, that what is supposed to happen on July 20th or what is supposed to happen in August may happen, but be a different version, a modified direct, a changed presentation, an altered list of games. So you have to be ready for that. But we know Nintendo has to announce stuff, so I think we get excited for an August Direct. I think we do. Nintendo has to announce. Their shareholders, their fans, everybody needs to know what games are coming. What better way to do it than a Direct? And they know people are hungry. If they read the room horribly at the Partner Showcase, maybe they have reassessed and learned to read the room a little better. One stop and then a Direct. I'm excited for both things. Hopefully they come true. I'll keep you posted if anything new develops. And if they get announced or if they stealth drop, we'll be there. We'll probably live stream them and we'll have a great time reacting. So I cannot wait to share it with you all. Thanks so much for being here. I hope you guys have a fantastic, wonderful, lovely day. Stay healthy, stay smart, stay safe out there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. The one game you need, smash that like button if you're excited. And until next time, everybody, I love you a lot. Members, hey, see you on the stream Tuesday. SwitchForce, out.